When approaching an intersection without traffic signals, which driver has the right of way? A. The driver on the left. B. The driver on the right. C. The driver in the larger vehicle. D. The driver turning left. Answer, B. At intersections without traffic signals, the driver on the right has the right of way. On a two-lane road, how should a driver respond when being overtaken by another vehicle? A. Increase speed to maintain position. B. Move to the right and allow the other vehicle to pass. C. Maintain speed but drive in the center of the lane. D. Honk to signal disapproval of passing. Answer, B. Drivers should move to the right and allow overtaking vehicles to pass safely. When a school bus with red flashing lights stops on a divided highway, drivers on the opposite side must A. Stop immediately. B. Slow down but do not stop. C. Continue driving normally. D. Stop only if there is no barrier. Answer, D. On a divided highway, drivers on the opposite side of a stopped school bus with red flashing lights must stop only if there is no physical barrier. When making a left turn at an intersection, a driver should A. Yield to oncoming traffic. B. Speed up to clear the intersection quickly. C. Honk to alert other drivers. D. Drive through without stopping. Answer, A. Drivers making a left turn must always yield to oncoming traffic unless they have a green arrow signal. In New York State, it is illegal to park within how many feet of a fire hydrant? A. 5 feet. B. 10 feet. C. 15 feet. D. 20 feet. Answer, C. It is illegal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant in New York State. Drivers must use their headlights when A. Driving in heavy traffic. B. Visibility is less than 1,000 feet. C. Driving on city streets during daylight. D. Driving faster than 40 miles per hour. Answer, B. Headlights must be used when visibility is less than 1,000 feet or during inclement weather. When approaching a roundabout, drivers should A. Yield to traffic inside the roundabout. B. Stop before entering, regardless of traffic. C. Enter at high speed to merge quickly. D. Honk to signal entry. Answer, A. Drivers must yield to traffic already in the roundabout before entering. If a traffic signal is not functioning at an intersection, drivers should A. Drive through cautiously without stopping. B. Treat the intersection as a four-way stop. C. Yield only to vehicles on the right. D. Follow the directions of the nearest vehicle. Answer, B. If a traffic signal is not functioning, the intersection should be treated as a four-way stop. Passing is prohibited on two-lane roads when A. You are within 200 feet of an intersection or railroad crossing. B. You are driving slower than the posted speed limit. C. The vehicle ahead is signaling to turn left. D. You have at least 100 feet of clear road ahead. Answer, A. Passing is prohibited within 200 feet of intersections, railroad crossings, and bridges. On wet roads, the risk of hydroplaning increases at speeds above A. 25 miles per hour. B. 30 miles per hour. C. 35 miles per hour. D. 40 miles per hour. Answer, C. The risk of hydroplaning increases significantly at speeds above 35 miles per hour on wet roads. When should a driver yield to a pedestrian at an intersection? A. Only when the pedestrian has a walk signal. B. Always, whether marked or unmarked crosswalk. C. Only at intersections with stop signs. D. When the pedestrian is on the same side of the road. Answer, B. Drivers must always yield to pedestrians at marked and unmarked crosswalks at intersections. How far ahead should you signal before making a turn in New York State? A. 50 feet. B. 75 feet. C. 100 feet. D. 150 feet. Answer, C. Drivers must signal at least 100 feet before making a turn. When is it permissible to pass on the right in New York State? A. On a one-lane road. B. When the vehicle ahead is making a left turn and there is room to pass. C. When traffic is heavy. D. When driving in a residential area. Answer, B. Passing on the right is allowed when the vehicle ahead is making a left turn and there is sufficient room to pass safely. On a highway with 3 or more lanes, the leftmost lane is intended for A. Passing slower traffic. B. Normal driving. C. Vehicles with more than 4 passengers. D. Trucks and heavy vehicles. Answer, A. The leftmost lane on highways with 3 or more lanes is intended for passing slower traffic. When approaching a railroad crossing with no signals or gates, a driver should A. Speed up to cross quickly. B. Stop and check for trains. C. Slow down and be prepared to stop. D. Honk to alert trains. Answer, C. Drivers should slow down and be prepared to stop when approaching a railroad crossing without signals or gates. What should you do if an emergency vehicle with flashing lights approaches while you are in a roundabout? A. Continue through the roundabout and then pull over. B. Stop immediately in the roundabout. C. Accelerate to exit quickly. D. Pull over to the nearest side within the roundabout. Answer, A. Continue through the roundabout, then pull over to the nearest side to allow the emergency vehicle to pass. On a hill, parking with the vehicle facing downhill requires A. Turning the wheels towards the curb. B. Turning the wheels away from the curb. C. Keeping the wheels straight. D. Engaging the hazard lights. Answer, A. When parking downhill, turn the wheels toward the curb to prevent the vehicle from rolling. When approaching a flashing yellow traffic signal, a driver should A. Stop and proceed only when safe. B. Proceed with caution. C. Speed up to clear the intersection quickly. D. Ignore the signal if the road is clear. Answer, B. When a flashing yellow signal indicates that drivers should proceed with caution. If your vehicle starts to skid on a slippery road, you should A. Brake hard and steer in the opposite direction. B. Accelerate to regain traction. C. Turn the steering wheel in the direction of the skid. D. Hold the steering wheel straight and do nothing. Answer, C. If your vehicle starts to skid, turn the steering wheel in the direction of the skid to regain control. On a multi-lane road, if an emergency vehicle is stopped on the side with its lights flashing, drivers must A. Slow down to 20 miles per hour. B. Change lanes away from the emergency vehicle if possible. C. Stop immediately. D. Continue driving at the same speed. Answer, B. Drivers must change lanes away from the emergency vehicle if possible, otherwise, slow down significantly. If a driver refuses a chemical test for the second time while under age 21, the minimum revocation period is A. 6 months. B. 1 year. C. Until the driver turns 21 or 1 year, whichever is longer. D. 18 months. Answer, C. For drivers under 21, a second refusal of a chemical test results in revocation for 1 year or until they turn 21, whichever is longer. What is the consequence for a newly licensed driver convicted of speeding and following too closely during the probationary period? A. 30-day suspension. B. 60-day suspension. C. Enrollment in a defensive driving course. D. Permanent license revocation. Answer, B. A newly licensed driver's license will be suspended for 60 days if they are convicted of speeding and following too closely during the probationary period. A driver is found guilty of participating in a speed contest. What is the mandatory license revocation period? A. 3 months. B. 6 months. C. 1 year. D. Indefinite. Answer: C. Conviction of participating in a speed contest results in a mandatory 1-year license revocation. Under New York state law, operating a vehicle without insurance leads to a civil penalty of A. $250. B. $500. C. $750. D. $1,000. Answer: C. Operating a vehicle without insurance results in a civil penalty of $750 in New York State. A driver accumulates 11 points on their driving record within 18 months. What is the immediate consequence? A. License suspension. B. Fine of $500. C. Mandatory court appearance. D. Enrollment in a driver responsibility program. Answer: A. Accumulating 11 or more points within 18 months results in a license suspension. A junior driver is caught driving alone in New York City between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. without proper documentation. What is the likely outcome? A. Immediate arrest. B. 30-day suspension. C. Fine and suspension. D. Vehicle impoundment. Answer: C. Junior drivers driving alone during restricted hours without proper documentation are subject to fines and possible suspension. In New York State, how many hours of supervised practice are recommended before taking the road test, including nighttime driving? A. 25 hours with 5 hours at night. B. 30 hours with 10 hours at night. C. 50 hours with 15 hours at night. D. 60 hours with 20 hours at night. Answer: C. Before taking the road test, it is recommended to have at least 50 hours of supervised practice, including 15 hours of nighttime driving. For a driver found guilty of using a mobile phone while driving, how many points are added to their record? A. 2 points. B. 3 points. C. 4 points. D. 5 points. Answer: D. Using a mobile phone while driving results in 5 points being added to the driver's record. The Point and Insurance Reduction Program, PIRP, offers which of the following benefits? A. Permanent point removal. B. Up to 4 points reduction and 10% insurance discount. C. Free vehicle registration for 1 year. D. A waiver for future traffic violations. Answer: B. Completion of the PIRP can reduce up to 4 points from a driving record and offers a 10% discount on liability and collision insurance. How many points are assessed for failing to yield right-of-way in New York State? A. 2 points. B. 3 points. C. 4 points. D. 5 points. Answer: B. Failing to yield the right-of-way results in 3 points being assessed to the driver's record.